to President Trump for setting a clear mission that we're going to make this hemisphere fight a real thing, and it is night and day, a year and a half, night. Go talk to anybody that looked at Southcom. I wasn't joking when I talked about what the priorities were. It was gender issues and climate change and diversity. It was like USAID with some guns.
Okay, hold on. We are watching a total teardown of the woke military right before our eyes. For years, the Pentagon treated our armed forces like a giant social experiment. But President Trump and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth are cleaning house. They are not just changing the culture, they are arming this country to the teeth. And they are completely exposing the absolute mess they inherited from the Biden administration. You have to see how bad it really was. Notice what he is saying there. For a year and a half, it has been night and day. The man in charge of our military is openly pointing out that under Joe Biden, the focus was not on winning wars or defending the homeland. They were projecting weakness on the world stage while our adversaries laughed at us. Now, the mission is actually about fighting and winning. And they are not just talking about it, they are acting on it right now.
Give it up for these guys, huh? Yeah. I'd just say, for everybody here and for our friends in the press, I think this is what you see behind me is what the warrior ethos looks like. It's what reestablishing it looks like. It doesn't happen in the halls of the Pentagon. It doesn't happen in the halls of Congress. It happens in training centers like this, with Americans like this who do really difficult things in really tough places, not for the timid or the entitled. And I can tell you, these young Americans are neither timid nor entitled, and they're willing to do things on behalf of the American people that no other class of Americans is able to or willing to. That's why they're the real 1%. That's who we're out here to serve. And that's what we're doing here with the ACCC as well, out here with Panamax, is expanding peace through strength in our hemisphere, right here in the jungles, with our partners.
This is exactly what real strength looks like. And Hegseth just put $22.9 billion on the table to prove it. The Department of War just announced a massive 7-year contract with Raytheon to build over 1,000 Tomahawk cruise missiles every single year. The goal is to make sure our forces never face a fair fight against anyone. But wait until you hear Hegseth describe what the military actually used to care about.
From many of the nations represented here. And I want to thank every single country, sovereign, strong country, willing to step up and address this threat as a part of the America's Counter-Cartel Coalition. But before we begin, just a moment, as the Senator did, to offer my sympathy to the people of Colombia for Monday's devastating earthquake that I understand was even felt here in Panama. And the Department of War, with the State Department, is mobilizing critical life-saving aid to support the Colombian government's robust response to this tragic event, just as we did in Venezuela a few weeks ago. I also want to thank my team as well. Chief, Senator Moreno, thank you for representing not only the United States of America, but this hemisphere so effectively and being such a powerful voice in the Senate for this effort as well. I'm grateful to be here with many.
They are calling it whiplash because the system cannot handle a military that actually wants to be a military again. They got so used to the Pentagon being a political playground that actual deterrence feels like a shock to them. But Hegseth is not backing down for a second. He delivered the most brutal summary of the old regime you will ever hear. And listen very closely to what he called them next.
It was like USAID with some guns. This is a different Southcom. This is a different mission. We are focused on military capabilities against real threats who need to be deterred and defeated, and we're going to give them everything they need to do it.
USAID with some guns. Tell me I am wrong in the comments, but that is the most accurate description of the Biden military we have ever heard. They treated our warriors like Peace Corps volunteers. Now, Hegseth says the new mission is about deterring and defeating actual threats, backed up by $22 billion in Tomahawk missiles. The adults are back in charge, and the radical left is terrified. To see more updates on how they are rebuilding the military, click the subscribe button right now.